20 सेकंड्स रोकने के बाद लगाया हुआ। हाँ।
فلما أتاها نودي يا موسى إني أنا ربك فاخلعن عليك إنك بالوادي المقدس طوى وأنا اخترتك فاستمع لما يوحى إنني أنا الله لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدني وأقم الصلاة لذكري إن الساعة آتية أكاد أخفيها لتجزى كل نفس بما تسعى فلا يصدنك عنها من لا يؤمن بها واتبع هواه فتردى صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى وما يدريك لعله يزكى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى أما من استغنى فأنت له تصدى وما عليك ألا يزكى وأما من جاءك يسعى وهو يخشى فأنت عنه تلهى كلا إنها تذكرة فمن شاء ذكره في صحف مكرمة مرفوعة مطهرة بأيدي سفرة كرام بررة قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا فأنبتنا فيها حبا وعنبا وقضبا وزيتونا ونخلا وحدائق غلبا وفاكهة وأبا متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم فإذا جاءت الصاخة يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه وجوه يومئذ مسفرة ضاحكة مستبشرة ووجوه يومئذ عليها غبرة ترهقها قترة أولئك هم الكفرة الفجرة. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
ما شاء الله جزاك الله جزاك الله ما شاء الله رضا الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
ما شاء الله محمد. beautiful recitation of the Quran. أعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم. Dear brothers and sisters, on your behalf and myself, I express our deepest condolences of the shahadat of Imam Ali alayhi salam to the Imam of our times, Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. And also I express condolences to you all on the shahadat of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wasalam. Recite aloud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We still have some chairs here for your convenience. You can pull the chairs and sit in bubbles right here in the in front of the main entrance. Inshallah, we'll start the majlis with Sozul Salam in Urdu and Farsi. We'll have speech by Ramadhan, and then we'll have Nohas. So we'll start the majlis, inshallah, with the Salam in Urdu with the Shahzan.
صلوات على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
سجدے میں نمازی پہ ہوا ظلم یہ کیسا، اے مسجد کوفہ، اے مسجد کوفہ، داماد پیمبر کا لہو کس نے بہایا، اے مسجد کوفہ، اے مسجد کوفہ، زینب کے کلیجے پہ چلا ظلم کا خنجر، روتی ہے تڑپ کر، جبریل خبر غم کی سنانے جو ہی آیا، اے مسجد کوفہ، اے مسجد کوفہ، اس ظلم سے آغاز ہوا کر وہ بلا کا، ہر لب پہ ہے نوحہ، مصروف ہے ماتم میں محمد کا گھرانہ، اے مسجد کوفہ، اے مسجد کوفہ، حسنین چلے گھر سے خبر غم کی یہ پا کر، کہتے تھے یہ رو کر، اب ضبط کا یاراں نہیں پٹتا ہے کلیجا، اے مسجد کوفہ، اے مسجد کوفہ، بیٹھی تھی سرہانے کوئی پیروں کو سنبھالے، کرتی رہی نالے، 19ویں تاریخ کو اس طرح گزارا، اے مسجد کوفہ، اے مسجد کوفہ، پھر غسل و کفن شبر و شبیر نے دے کر، زینب کو بلا کر، گھر والوں کو بھی آخری دیدار کرایا، مسجد کوفہ اے مسجد کوفہ 21ویں رمضان کا دن تھا کہ قیامت آئی تھی مصیبت زینب نے کہا وقت یتیمی ہے ہمارا اے مسجد کوفہ اے مسجد کوفہ گھر سے جو چلا ہے در و صفدر کا جنازہ تھا شور بکا کا ہر فرد یہ کہتا تھا کہ فریاد خدایا اے مسجد کوفہ اے مسجد کوفہ برای خوشنودم به جمله بلندتر صلوات
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
صلى الله عليك يا أمير المؤمنين يا أبا الحسن علي بن أبي طالب يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا. تا صورت پیوند جهان بود علی بود تا نقش زمین بود و زمان بود علی بود القلعه گشایی در از قلعه خیبر برکند به یک حمله و بگشود علی بود. این کفر نباشد سخن کفر نه این است تا هست علی باشد و تا بود علی بود. شاهی که ولی بود و وصی بود علی بود. سلطان سخا و کرم و جود علی بود. ام آدم و ام شیس و ام ادریس و ام الیاس ام صالح پیغمبر و داود علی بود. علی جانم علی شاه سرافراز که اندر شب معراج با احمد مختار یکی بود علی بود. این شب به بام کیوان فریاد و علی است. این شب به بام کیوان فریاد و علی است. بزم عزا و ماتم امشب عرش اعلاست. امشب بام کیوان فریاد و علی است. ما را بر سیاه شد از ماجرای امشب. ما را بر سیاه شد از ماجرای امشب. امشب شب قیامت یا شب قتل مولاست. امشب بام کیوان فریاد و علی است. بزم عزا و ماتم امشب عرش اعلاست. علی برقش ضرب شمشیر شق القمر نمودن. فرقش ضرب شمشیر شق القمر نمودن. دوران عمر انشه امشب بسر نمودن. اندر مصیبتی و افغان و شور و غوغاست. امشب بام کیوان فریاد و علی است.
اهل حرم بدورش افسرده و پریشان اهل حرم بدورش افسرده و پریشان هستند و در اعضایش آشفته و نواخوان ذکر همه در امشب فریاد و امام است امشب بابام کیوان فریاد و علی است. سعی در این مصیبت شور و نوایی دارد سیلاب اشک ماتم از دیدگان ببارد قمری طبعش امشب با این ترانه گویاست امشب بابام کیوان فریاد و علیاست بزم عزا و ماتم امشب عرش اعلاست. بر خاتم انبیا محمد مصطفی اجمعاً صلوات.
Before I invite Seyed for the speech, I'd like to request you to recite Surah Al-Fatiha for the marhameen of the sponsors for today's majlis. I'm going to read out the names here. Sayyid Hashim Jafri, Sayyid Noor Haider, Sayyida Parveen Noor, Azhar Ali Khan, Munawwar Jahan Begum. Your marhameen and all the marhameen and the marhameen whose names are written on the monument of Zahra. And as Hashim Uncle used to say, recite a Surah Fatiha for the marhameen for whom there is no one to recite Surah Fatiha. Now I'd like to request Hujjatul Islam, Mulana Seyed Hadi Yassin to do the speech. Recite loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى لقاء يوم الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين. السلام على قسيم الجنة والنار. السلام على نعمة الله على الأبرار ونقمته على الفجار. السلام على سيد المتقين الأخيار. السلام على أخي رسول الله وابن عمه وزوجة ابنته. السلام على علي. السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين يعصوب الدين غاية غر المحجلين. Our condolences on the martyrdom and the shahadat of our beloved Imam, true successor of Rasulullah, Khalifatu Rasulullah, Amir al-Mu'mineen first and foremost, to Imam of Asr, Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wassalam, and to you all, Mu'mineen and Mu'minat, all those who you're fasting in this month, and you're doing ibadah, inshaAllah, and you have the muhabbat and love of Amir al-Mu'mineen in your heart. May Allah, inshaAllah, give us tawfiq to be among those who at the day of judgment will be picked by Amir al-Mu'mineen, by Hazrat Zahra Salam as the followers of them, as Shia, inshaAllah, as those that the ahadith is saying, Ya Ali, Shi'atuka humul fa'izun, your true Shia are the true successful people, that they reach success in life. And when Ahlul Bayt, when Rasulullah manqul from him, when they say success, that means the true success. The true success is not just being successful in dunya, brothers and sisters. It's just the appearance of this dunya. Someone can be very successful today from the worldly perspective, and tomorrow leaves and lose everything, right? This is not a success that you don't have control over it. The true success is someone who can live in this dunya the way that lifestyle and successful lifestyle dunya will help them to reach salvation in akhirah. This is the true success. It might not look that well in this dunya, but the true success is what? The lifestyle in this dunya that will end up in the success in akhirah. When you look at the lifestyle of Baysam Tammar, he is selling dates. Apparently he's faqir, he doesn't have anything, right? And other sahabi of Rasul, Amir al-Mu'mineen sometimes. But indeed, they were among those people there, among the ashab of khas, and the true successful companion of Amir al-Mu'mineen, who today, at the day of judgment, they are with Amir al-Mu'mineen, inshallah. Sometimes we have certain opportunities, certain values in this dunya. We do not understand the value of those values, the importance of those values, until we don't have them anymore. We have tradition. There are certain things you do not understand the true value of those things until and unless you don't have them anymore. One is the sihha, salamat. You don't understand the benefit of salamat and health. You're good, inshaAllah, let's pray. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman Rahim, Bihaqq Ahlul Bayt, Bihaqq Amir al-Mu'mineen, As-Sa'a, all those who are sick, cure them all at this moment. You don't understand when your teeth are not hurting, you don't understand. As soon as it starts hurting, you'll say, oh my God, what was it when Alhamdulillah was healthy? The hadith is saying you don't understand until you don't have it. That's one. The other one is the ni'mat of being youth, young. You don't understand this ni'mah until you're not young anymore. It's very interesting. When you lose it, when you don't have it anymore, you remember you were reading one thing and you were memorizing it. You had more chance, more opportunity, more energy for ibadah, for worship, for taking care of others, for serving others for the sake of Allah. When you don't have that much energy, then you realize what I have. And I want to add something else. Sometimes we do not understand the true value of being Shia. The hadith is saying. They're saying that you do not understand what does it mean to be the true followers of Ahlul Bayt until your life is up here. And Imam pointed with his hand, it says until it's up here. Then you understand yaqeen, haqqul yaqeen. Then you understand what does it mean. However, this is for those people who might be ghafil, neglectful of this benefit. But inshallah, we don't want it to be like that. We don't want it to wait and wait and wait until we lose our health I said, oh, okay, so we were healthy, it was very good. No, let's take advantage of it right now. Wise person would do that, right? Our youth, our younger friends, before you lose this opportunity, take advantage of it to serve your life, your time for the sake of Allah and Ahlul Bayt, for the sake of Islam, right? And I want to say to all of us, make sure before we reach that level that the life is up here, that they have to say a few minutes after that, we have to take advantage of being the followers of Amir al-Mu'mineen right now. And who is Amir al-Mu'mineen? Quran says, for night of Qadr, which is tonight inshallah, the night of 21st, إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَادِرِ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَادِرِ. And what night is night of Qadr? People do not know, they don't understand the value of this night. Do you think a night is more important or the sahib of tonight? Which one? The hours are important or the sahib of tonight is more important? Of course the sahib of tonight is more important. Do you think house of Kaaba is more important or the sahib of Kaaba is more important? Which one? The sahib of Kaaba, the one who owns the Kaaba, is more important. Do you think the book of Quran, just the books and the papers and whatever is written are important, or the haqiqat of Quran is more important? Because this book is the one that they put it on the spears. It's Safin, Pesar Nabagha, the son of Nabagha, Amras. He put it on the spears to deceive some people who were deceived. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, I am the spoken Quran. I am Quran and Ataq. I have to translate. I am the tafsir and commentator of this Quran. Follow me. If وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَادْرِ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ أَمِيرٌ. Who is Amir? If it was not among the tradition, I wouldn't say that. Ya Ali, no one knows who you are truly, the ma'rifah. You know, we all understand some science, some knowledge, something, health, you know. We all understand we have to, inshallah, be healthy, but the doctors know more than us. The teachers of doctors are, right? Maghuliyat tashkik, we call it in Arabic. Maghuliyat tashkik means what? I gave this example before. You call the light of a candle light. You call the light inside light. You call the sun light as well. But where is this light? Where is that light, right? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. And who is Amir al-Mu'mineen? No one knows except Allah and me, Rasulullah, who is Amir al-Mu'mineen. The reason I'm saying these things, I want you to understand your deen, your madhab, your religion, your school of thought is full of wisdom and hikmah. If you're sitting tonight here, it's because of all those blood from the beginning of Islam, all those people who became shaheed, all those people who became shaheed for Quran and muhabbat and vilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. That's why in the 21st century, 2021, we're sitting in the majlis of Amir al-Mu'mineen in the United States. Where is Hijaz, Saudi Arabia? Where is the United States? Do you think randomly came here? How many makatib and school of thoughts and cults and all sections and sects they came throughout the history? Where are they now? No one knows except the path that belongs to Amir al-Mu'mineen. Few of the traditions about the fada'il of Amir al-Mu'mineen, which dhikru Ali ibadah. If you want to have ibadah tonight, let me tell you something. Mu'min is smart, would collect all types of ibadah, not just one type, not just Quran on top of the head, inshallah, which is very important. All types of things we have to do. If the dhikr of Amir al-Mu'mineen talking, that tradition that Manghul said, when Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was in Mi'raj, in Ascension, he saw a malak. The appearance of that malak was different than other malaik and angels. Rasulullah says, who is this? Did they know who was giving the tour? The tour guide of Rasulullah was who? Jibreel, in the Arsh. Rasulullah says, who is this malak? The tradition said this malak is in charge of counting all drops of rain. Rain is rahmatullah that comes to the earth. He counts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has different officers for different. He counts. He knows how many drops were going to the oceans. How many on, the forest. How many in here. How many there. He knows all this. Mithqala dharra, huh? He knows everything. Rasul says, is there anything that this malak cannot count? It was the accountant of Allah. Is there anything that he cannot count? Some traditions say, only when group of mu'mineen, they get together, sit down, have the zikr of fada'il of Ahlul Bayt, fada'il of Amir al-Mu'mineen, and after that they said salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. We have some traditions that said, there are certain things, even angels, they cannot count. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself should count. This is along with other things. Amir al-Mu'mineen, who is Ali ibn Abi Talib. He is a unique personality that throughout the history, the enemies actively tried to demolish his personality, remove his name from Islam, but they could not do it. How many years they said, do not narrate any hadith from Rasulullah. How many books they forged hadiths for Amir al-Mu'mineen? They forged it for other people. Other people, to bring Amir al-Mu'mineen down. But who is this Ali? The one who supported Islam more than Amir al-Mu'mineen, who served Rasulullah more than Amir al-Mu'mineen, the one who slept on the bed of Rasulullah at Laylatul Mabid, when they wanted to attack Rasulullah, all the tribes of Kuffar, they wanted to kill Rasulullah. The one who slept in the bed of Rasulullah that could be killed was Amir al-Mu'mineen. The one who in Uhud, when everybody, Muslimin were defeated, they ran away. All Muslims ran away, except few one left. You could read history. All those names that comes to your mind, all ran away for their lives. This is history, Shia and Sunni. Except few one left. Some of them ran away so far away, Rasulullah later on, talked to them and says, you didn't have to go that far. You could save your life somewhere else. Why you were so scared? The one Amir al-Mu'mineen stays to support the life of Rasulullah. The history is saying he got 90 wounds and injuries in his body. Whenever they were sewing one part of the body, the other part were ripping up because of what? Because of the injuries. In parentheses, the one like him is the man, the Mard Jangi, the man of the war, huh? The one who pulled out the Khaybar. Imagine the strike of Ibn Muljam, how hard it was. The poison, how hard it was that Ali couldn't tolerate it. One strike of Ibn Muljam, and the poison, he said, I spent a lot of money to buy the worst poison. Otherwise, Ali is not the one with one strike with. In Khandaq, the war trench, who supported Islam? While everybody were quiet and scared of their life, Amir al-Mu'mineen were the one who went to fight with Umar ibn Abdul Wahid. There's some traditions, manghul. One tradition from the second Khalifa said, if they make all we have some traditions similar as well. This is the saying of him. If they make all the trees, qalam, make them all the trees of the world, the what? The pen. And make all the waters in the world ink. And have all the jinns to be the calculators. And all the ants and human beings, writers and authors, they cannot write down the fada'il of Amir al-Mu'mineen. I heard this from Rasulullah. Do you want to know when we call someone mazloom? Someone who everybody know the fada'il of him to this level, but because of this dunya, because of some years of this dunya, what they did to him. Hadith manghul from Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. لو أن السماوات والأرض وضعت في كفة ميزان ووضع إيمان علي في كفة ميزان لرج إيمان علي. If they put all the sky and the earth in one side of the tarazu, one side of mizan, one side of the scale, Maybe young friends, youth, they haven't seen those scales. We had the scales, before. Mechanical, it has two sides. They were putting one weight on that side, 1 kilo, for example, one side, and the product on that side. And they said, okay, this is equal. If they put the Iman of Ali, Amir al-Mu'mineen, on one side of the scale, and the whole sky and the earth on one side, the Iman of Ali will be stronger and heavier than all those. Because Iman is nothing but who is Amir al-Mu'mineen Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. Because every single section or part of the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen, look, we're going to talk about it. The ilm of Amir al-Mu'mineen, knowledge, is the highest. Taqwa of Amir al-Mu'mineen and piety is the highest. Bravery of Amir al-Mu'mineen is the highest. Some tradition says when the mushrikeen, they were in the war against, for example, Muslimin, when they were see Amir al-Mu'mineen in front of them, they said, that's it. We know that this is the end of our lives. They knew that. The shaja'a and bravery of him, his armor didn't have back. They're saying, Ya Ali, well, your armor is not complete, why it doesn't have back? He says, because I will never put my back in at enemies. I'll never run away. Either I will die, I will be killed, or I will stay here. The shaja'at of Amir al-Mu'mineen. The Ottoman kings were writing the name of Ali on their sword. They believed that the name of Ali will get the power. This personality, this Imam, that you know that man mata wa lam ya'rif imama zamanihi mata mitatan jahiliyyah. The Imam that if you do not recognize him, na'udhu billah, the death will be the death of jahiliyyah. This Imam is the one Quran should be all about him. Quran is all about Rasulullah, isn't it? It's all about the fadla of Rasulullah. Quran is the one who introduces the best examples and role models for mu'mineen. He's saying, remember Musa, he did this. Remember Isa, he did that. Remember Nuh, he did that. It's just going to show role models. It's impossible that Quran is being stuck in the past. Just remember Nuh. Well, we've never seen Nuh. Just remember Isa. Muslims, we've never seen Isa. Just remember them. Should be another example, should be the current example for them. The true believers, the true mu'min that you have to see. There's a tradition, the sanad of tradition might not be very strong, but the concept is correct because it's ayat of Quran. It's the saying, again, the Muawiyah one day came to Ibn Abbas and said, I heard that you're giving tafsir and you're giving the fadail of Amir Ali. You shouldn't give the fadail. He said, what ayah of Quran should I talk and do tafsir that is not about Amir al-Mu'mineen? He says, what? Whatever tafsir. He said, how about this ayah? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. Surah Insan. The 3 days that he was fasting and Zahra was like, we're fasting, Surah Insan. If I want to do the tafsir of this is the tafsir, Sha'an al-Nuzul of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He says, no, another ayah. Why you have to have this ayah? بسم الله الرحمن يا أيها الرسول بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك وإن لم تفعل فما بلغت رسالته. This ayah, the tafsir of this ayah is about what? It's about Eid al-Qadir, it's about what? It's about the Balayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. If I want to do tafsir of this ayah, I have to say this about Ali. This is another one. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا ناجيتم الرسول فقدموا بين يدي نجواكم. It was a period of time, Muslimin, they were bothering Rasulullah left and right. Ayah Quran came and says, if you want to go visit Rasulullah, now you have to pay. No one did it, maybe just you. The one who was doing more than anyone else was Amir al-Mu'mineen. He had 10 probably dirham. He divided in different coins, and each time he were paying him to go to Rasulullah. There was a period of time. Another ayah. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَشْرِي نَفْسَهُ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ. There's some people that they had this transaction with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They sold their nafs and life to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Laylatul Mabid, that he slept at the bed of Rasulullah. Another ayah. قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلَكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْغُرْبَةِ.
The ajr and the mawth and the reward of Risalat is what? Is the love of Ahlul Bayt. You tell me it's impossible that Allah says you need to love certain people who are not perfect, who are not ma'soom. The ajr of Risalah cannot be the love of people who were not perfect and ma'soom and infallible. This ayah is about Ali. How should I do the tafsir of this? Another one. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Don't do the tafsir of this ayah. Go to another ayah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فَمَنْ حَاجَّكَ فِيهِ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ تعالوا ندعو أبناءنا وأبناءكم وأنفسنا وأنفسكم. آية مباهلة about Amir al-Mu'min Hazrat Zahra Rasulullah. Don't do the tafsir of this. Go another ayah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إِنَّمَا وَلِيُّكُمُ اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا الَّذِينَ يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَهُمْ رَاكِعُونَ. They are in ruku and they are giving the ring for the sake of Allah. Quran is nothing but the fadail of Amir al-Mu'mineen. You know what that means? That means anywhere in Quran is talking about being good, trying to be good. Allah should show a sample, a role model. You have to be like this. Don't do tafsir of this ayah. Go another ayah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُنذِرٌ وَلِكُلِّ قَوْمٍ حَادٍ. O Rasul, you're the munzir. You're the one who warned them. And for each qawm there is had. Had means the guide. If Rasulullah is the munzir, who is the guide? He said himself, Hadith Manghul, أَنَا الْمُنذِرُ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ وَعَلِيٌّ الْهَادِي. Ali is the one who is Hadi, the guide. وَبِكَ يَا عَلِي يُهْتَدَ الْمُهْتَدُونَ. And because of you, Ya Ali, those who will be guided, they will be guided because of you. Don't do tafsir of this ayah. Go another ayah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. قُلْ كَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَكُمْ وَمَنْ عِنْدَهُ عِلْمُ الْكِتَابِ. The one who knows the ilm of kitab, knows Quran, knows everything. Who your Mawla Rasulullah, who did he say about? أَنَا مَدِينَةُ الْعِلْمِ وَعَلِيٌّ بَابُهُ. I'm the city of knowledge and the door, the darwaza of the city is what? Ali. Another ayah, don't do the tafsir of this ayah. وَاعْتَسِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا فَلَا تَفَرَّغُوا. Grab the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't be dispersed from it. Hadith Manghul, إِنِّي تَرَكْتُ فِيكُمْ حَبْلَتَيْنِ. I will leave among you two ropes. Kitab Allahi wa itarati. Quran is all about Ali. If Quran is talking about Ali, if talking about Salah, from who I should learn Salah? Someone who was, wrote a book about Salah at the time of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And Imam says, you wrote the book? He says, recite 2 rakats Salah in front of me. He recited 2 rakats. He says, it's very, very shameful that you write a book about Salah but you don't know how to pray. Who should teach us about Salah? Who? Those who were drinking and mushrik a few years before? Or the one who is the Rasulullah is saying, Ya Ali, there's few khasla, few fadilah, an attribute only belongs to you. Only belongs to you. Takhasum an-nas bis-sab'. You can tell people, there's 7 things only belongs to me. One of them was this, Anta awwalahum imanan. You're the first Muslim. No one else on this earth were Muslim after Rasulullah except Amir al-Mu'mineen. Because Sayyidah Khadija sallallahu alayha, Amir al-Mu'mineen became Muslim where? In the Kuh Nur. Right? Because he was with Rasulullah when Rasulullah was in the cave Hara, right? Right there he became Muslim. When Rasulullah came back home, then who? Then Hazrat Khadija sallallahu alayha. He's the first Muslim. Should I follow him? That Quran is all about him and ilm and knowledge and taqwa and everything. I should follow someone else who they were struggling, should be Muslim or not. They were struggling to kill Rasulullah. Some of them years and years stood in front of Rasulullah in the armies of kuffar and disbelievers to kill Rasulullah. Should I follow them? I'll finish with this. There is a, Sunan al-Nisa'i is a book, one of the most famous books of our Ahlul Sunnah brothers and sisters. One of the most famous. He has a book, Khasa'is Amir al-Mu'mineen. Nisa'i has a book, Khasa'is Amir al-Mu'mineen. Those characteristics and fadilah belongs to Imam Ali sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not even Shia, he's one of the Imams of Ahlul Sunnah. Around 12 centuries ago, he was living. If we don't have any other proof for Amir al-Mu'mineen's wilayat except this one, that's enough. You might have heard about this. I'm going to do some tafsir of this. What is he saying? He's saying that there is a hadith. Nisa'i is saying, hadith manqul in the book of Nisa'i. Manqul from Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. من أراد أن ينظر إلى نوح في عزمه وإلى آدم في علمه وإلى إبراهيم في حلمه وإلى موسى في فتنته وإلى عيسى في زهده فلينظر إلى علي بن أبي طالب. The one who would like to see, who wants to see who? Nuh, in the azm of Nuh, determination that when he decides to do something, he decides, he does it. The one who wants to look at Nuh in azm, the one who wants to look at the ilm of Adam, the one who wants to look at the helm, forbearance and patience of Ibrahim, the one who wants to look at the qiyasat and the smartness, intelligence of Musa, the one who wants to look at the zuhd of Isa, فَلْيَنْظُرْ إِلَىٰ Ali ibn Abi Talib, should look at the Ali ibn Abi Talib. Salawat. Let me open it a little bit. Nuh, 950 years he did da'wah. 950 years he was rejected. He didn't forget about his mission. He keeps doing it. If you want to azm of Nuh, how he was confirmed that I need to finish the job, look at what? The azm of Nuh, look at Ali. وَإِلَىٰ آدَمْ فِي عِلْمِهِ. Adam is the students of who? Who's the teacher of Adam? Who knows? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Directly. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. He teach Adam himself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, some asma. We don't know what are those asma. Asma azam. Some asma that Allah, that Malaik says, we're ajiz. We don't know. What are they? We don't understand these things. If you want to know the ilm of Adam, look at Ali ibn Abi Talib. وَإِلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ فِي حِلْمِهِ. How patient was Ibrahim, you tell me. That they told him to go slaughter your son, throw him into the fire. If you want to see the hilm of Ibrahim, look at Ali ibn Abi Talib. وَإِلَى مُوسَى فِي فِطْنَتِهِ. Fitnah with ta, not with ta. Fitnah with ta means what? Qiyasa. How intelligent he was. If you want to see that, one person among the Bani Israel and Pharaoh, look at Musa, look at Ali. وَلَا عِيسَى فِي زُهْدِهِ. The zuhd of Isa, the zuhd of Jesus. Look at, the guy said, I went to the house of Ali one night for dinner. It was me, Ali and Hassanain. I saw Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, they were eating something, and Amir al-Mu'minin says, bring my food. I thought, oh, there's different food for Ali? Imam Hussein is eating something, there's another food. He said, no, I'm going to eat with the food of Ali. Amir al-Mu'minin said, okay, if I eat with you? He says, yes, please come here. He said, I sat down. I saw they brought a bag, was sealed. They brought the bag sealed. What is it? It should be something special and delicious. So they opened it. He said there was dry bread. Dry bread. I started eating a little bit. Says, no, this is not. I will go with the Imam Hassan and Hussein. I can't eat this. So why you're sealing it? Because I don't want Hassan and Hussein, my children, to put some oil on it. The zuhd of Amir al-Mu'minin. Can you find anyone like him that doesn't want anything from this dunya for him? And look how mazloom is this agha, that they occupied the right of this mazloom. If Ali, he had everything for himself and the big house, and we wouldn't be like feeling this way, right? We wouldn't be that sad. He said, no, Amir al-Mu'minin, he had everything for himself and they occupied his right. When we say he didn't want everything for himself, everything for Islam, and they treated him this way, that's difficult. If you go to the Haram of Amir al-Mu'minin, inshallah, around the Qubbah, inside the dome, there is a poetry, they're written a poetry in Arabic. One part of the poetry said, the reason that the angels were ordered to do sajda to Adam was because the nutfah, because Amir al-Mu'minin was in the soul of Adam. Because Adam, one person like Ali would be born from the generation of Adam, that's why. Then Rasulullah says, Ya Ali, if I was not afraid, he literally says, akhaf, scared that people would say something about you, that they said about Isa, that Isa is God, I would have said something that people would have understand fully what is your qadr and value. I can't say it. Let me tell you something here. Amir al-Mu'minin, he gave everything for the sake of Rasulullah, right? His life, in Laylatul Mabit, they can just kill him right away. In Uhud, in Khandaq, he sacrificed himself fully for the sake of Rasulullah. And do you know, in return, Rasulullah did something similar. Rasulullah says, Ya Ali, you gave everything for me. I'm going to give everything I have for you. And I'm going to give Zahra to you. And Zahra is going to be sacrificed for you, Ali. You sacrifice everything for me, and this is my Zahra for you. Awwal Shahida, the first Shahida, martyred for Vilayat of Amir al-Mu'minin was Zahra between the wall and the door. Who is the damad of Rasulullah? Who is the one who is the kuf? Kuf means the only one who deserves. Who is the kuf? Hadith is saying, if it was not for Ali, no one was the kuf of Zahra. No one deserves Zahra sallallahu. And this Agha, they're ordered to curse him every single Friday. The Khatib should curse Ali because of what? What did he do? The kina, the hatred. Why? Because Ali did everything for the sake of Allah. Ahqad, Khaybariyah, this hatred, that how many of the enemies and the kuffar were killed with the hands of Amir al-Mu'minin. Of course the hatred comes. How the hatred comes? You tell me. Among the sons of Yaqub, the 12 sons of Yaqub, weren't they all jealous towards Yusuf? What did he do? Because he was special. The jurm and the crime of Yusuf was he was special, and he was special. And they wanted to kill him because of the jealousy. They wanted to be against Amir al-Mu'minin because of what? Because he is special. They know how much Rasulullah loves him, how much Allah loves him. Ya Ali, those who bother you bothers me. Those who bothers me bother Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This Amir al-Mu'minin, brothers and sisters, the one who no one would know the qadr and the value of this Amir al-Mu'mineen except Allah and Rasul. And at the day of judgment we realize, inshaAllah, when Amir al-Mu'mineen, he comes at Hawz al-Kawthar and he says, he is my Shia, she is my Shia, come this way, they're my followers, my muhibbeen. They had the love and the hope of me in their hearts. InshaAllah, he will pick us one by one. Ya Ali, don't look at our a'mal. We have one investment here, one capital. And that capital tonight is not the night of Qadr, inshallah. We are not bringing our salah, our fasting, our ibadat. No, I know myself, I'm talking about myself. I don't have anything to present to you, but I have one thing. I know you will testify it. And I ask you to look at my heart, the love of Ali, the mawaddat of Ali and children of Ali. It's big enough. It's enough, Ya Allah, that you forgive all of us tonight in night of Badr. Don't look at anything. Look at our heart, the hearts of disbelievers, mu'mineen and mu'minat, filled with muhabbat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. A night like tonight, let's close your eyes. Let's go to Kufa, brothers and sisters. I don't know how many of you guys, you were already in Kufa, you saw Kufa. How many of you guys went to the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen? A night like tonight, all Aitam and orphans of Kufa, they already learned who was the guy who were bringing food for them at night. Because from last night, no one brought food for them. They realized that it was Amir al-Mu'mineen who were bringing food for them. They heard from the tabib and the doctor that it's good for Ali to drink milk. They said the Aitam of Kufa, each of them, they had a bowl of milk at the door, behind the door of the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ya Ali, accept this from us. Ya Ali, you are the father of all of us. We don't want you to leave this dunya. But it's too late. It's too late. Tonight is the last night of the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen. It's a physical aspect. We always say that because Ali became shaheed behind the door and the wall of the house in Medina, brothers and sisters. I'm going to ask only the brothers who are sitting here. You are Muslim, you have ghairah, you have this chivalry in your heart. If someone puts your wife between the wall and the door, if someone puts you in chain and slapped the beautiful face of that lady, how would you feel? How would you feel? Ali is feeling that way, worse than that, and he has to tolerate it for the sake of Islam. Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali. The feeling of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the feeling of Rasulullah himself, and sometimes like tonight, Amir al-Mu'mineen on his deathbed, Imam Hassan next to him, Imam Hussein on the other side, maybe Zainab Salamullah alayha on one side, Kulsum on the other side. They said Zainab started crying sometime, maybe like tonight. Amir al-Mu'mineen, he said, Zainab Jan, you do not cry. There will be time for you to cry. Brothers and sisters, Ali cannot see Zainab cry in front of him. He cannot see his daughters cry in front of him. Let me ask you, where were you, Ya Ali, in Karbala, when Sakina and Ruqayya and children of Hussein, they saw the head of their father on his spears, Ya Ali? How about that time? I said all children of Amir al-Mu'mineen, but we heard that there were one Aghazadeh as well. Abul Fadl Abbas may be standing next to the door. He doesn't count himself among children of Zahra, right? Maybe he's standing next to the door. He's just the khadim of this household, the khadim of Ahlul Bayt. All of a sudden Ali calls him, Baba Jal, come forward. What is it, Agha? He put the hands of Hussein, put hands of Abul Fadl Abbas. Baba, I'm not in Karbala. His father, his brother Hassan is not in Karbala. His mother is not in Karbala. Abbas, man, take care of your brother Hussein. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. It was very difficult, Ya Ali. We understand how difficult that you're leaving your children. But your children are, mashallah, grown up. Your children are next to you. No one is attacking your children, Ya Ali. But for that he was on the ground with the corner of his eyes. He's watching the khiyam and they're attacking it. They said he was sitting on his knee, on his sword. Oh, Shi'at al-Abi Sufyan. Oh, the followers of Abi Sufyan. If you're not Muslim, at least be free, man. I'm still alive. Do not attack my khiyam and my children. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Amir al-Mu'minin, this is your generation. You know what is going to happen to them, Ya Ali. But tonight, if you ask Amir al-Mu'minin, he is happy. He is getting ready to go see his wife Zahra Salamullah alayha. He is getting ready to go see Rasulullah. Maybe this is Zaman Hal. Maybe the only concern that Ali has, astaghfirullah, Ya Allah. Maybe the only concern that Ali has tonight is that I'm going to go to mulaqat and visit Rasulullah. What if Rasulullah asked me, Ali, the amanat that I gave you, Zahra, her face was not red when I gave her to you. Ali, her ribs were not broken when I gave you, Zahra. Sallallahu alaykum ya ahl bayt nubuwwah. I know you love, you wanted to be in Najaf right now. You wanted to be in the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen. They will accept it inshallah from all of us. Have the niyyah inshallah and let's say this salam. Assalamu alayka ya Aba al-Hasan ya Amir al-Mu'mineen ya Ali ibn Abi Talib ya Hujjatul ala khalqi ya Sayyidana wa Maulana inna tawajjahna واستشفعنا وتبسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. All of you, whoever is sitting here, if you have hajat, Bismillah, we're close to night of Ghad, the shahadat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. That is the time. Ya Allah, have your hajat in your mind, inshaAllah. Ya wajihan inda Allah. Raise your voice, Bismillah. Ya wajihan inda Allah. Ishfa lana Allah. Ya wajihan inda Allah. Ishfa lana. One more time, inshallah. All Hamid Marwan, inshallah. And all marhumin and marhumat. Ya wajihan inda Allah. Ishfa lana. الله لا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منغلب ينغلبون. Brothers and sisters, tonight is night of Qadr, a special night. The night that we will decide about our destination, at least for one more year. Tonight, inshallah, with tawajjuh, with attention, make sure you do not miss the opportunities of this night of 21st. You bring masjid, you bring Husayniyah, you bring center into your house every night by sitting of the A'mal of Quran, A'mal of Laylatul Qadr, speeches and everything. Your house, inshallah, will become Nurani each night. Make sure our feelings be the same as the feeling of night of Qadr, the feeling of the night of the Shahadat of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wassalam is the father of our Imams. They said themselves, our father is higher and better than all of us. As a respect, he said that. It's a special night, inshallah, with tawajjuh and attention. All of us, one component in your heart, I would just say and finish with this. Make sure you have hope tonight. Whatever hajat you have, whatever, however was your past, no one knows except you. However it is, and it was, have hope in mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have hope that He will help you. and have hope, and the proof is that the muhabbat of Amir al-Mu'mineen in your heart. Wherever you have issue, you stuck, bring the muhabbat of Amir al-Mu'mineen as a Zahra, inshallah. And inshallah, بحق أهل البيت, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would provide the best for all of you. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma ajjal waliyaka al-faraj wal-afiyata wal-nasr. Loud Ameen inshallah. Wal-afiyata wal-nasr. ومد في أمره الشريف وزين الأرض بطول بقائه واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره وشيعته يا رحمن يا رحيم ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. Ya Allah, if you do not give us anything tonight, all of us, all mu'mineen and mu'minat, and only you say you have one hajah, one request that I will accept it. That request will be the zuhur of Mahdi. Ya Allah, بحق Amir al-Mu'mineen, for the sake of that moment that Ali saw the tears of Zainab, hasten in the zuhur of our Imam Mahdi. Let us and our generation be among those who are actively supporting the path of the zuhur of our Imam. Let us and our generation be among those who will be active after the zuhur of our Imam, among the soldiers of our Imam. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, tonight, night of Qadr, we will do whatever, inshallah, what we can and what we heard we should do. Ya Allah, give the best of khair and tawfiq and mercy to whoever among the best of your servants you give to them, give to all these brothers and sisters. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, remove this situation, this pandemic, all these different types, variants nowadays. Unfortunately, different types are coming. Ya Allah, we all seek refuge with you. Bahaqqa Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, remove all this pandemic and this bala from the whole world. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, accept all these qalil tabassulat from all of us. Those who are sick, Bahaqqa Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, cure them. And those who passed away, send the thawan and reward from our gathering to the soul, inshaAllah. 5 times this ayah sharifah, your hajat, bring your mind, inshaAllah. All together recite out loud. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amma yajibun wa yakshifu as-su'. Amma yajibun mubtar idha da'ahu wa yakshifu as-su'. أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه أما يجيب. Remember Ali in the last one, maybe Zainab was reciting this as well. أما يجيب إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. رحم الله من يقرأ الفاتحة مع الصلوات.
باپ کی کہلاتی ہے بیٹی تیری بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا اماں نہیں نانا نہیں اب تم بھی سدھاری اماں نہیں نانا نہیں اب تم بھی سدھاری کس موڑ پہ لے آئی ہمیں زندگی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب علی کتنے ہی یتیموں کو دیا تم نے دلاسا کتنے ہی یتیموں کو دیا تم نے دلاسا اب ہم کو دلاسا نہیں دیتا کوئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا اب کون ہمیں پیار سے پاس اپنے بٹھائے اب کون ہمیں پیار سے پاس اپنے بٹھائے یاد آتی ہے شفقت یہ ہمیں آپ کی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا ہر یار تیری یاد میں روتے ہیں برادر ہر یار تیری یاد میں روتے ہیں برادر زینب نے کس طرح سے سمجھائے گی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا ایک آپ کے دم سے میرے جینے کا مزہ تھا ایک آپ کے دم سے میرے جینے کا مزہ تھا اب مجھ سے زمانے نے خوشی چھین لی بابا زینب یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی 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 بابا زخمی ہوا سر آپ کا اللہ کے گھر میں زخمی ہوا سر آپ کا اللہ کے گھر میں راز آپ کو آئی نہ فضا کو پھینکی بابا یتیمی کی گھڑی آ گئی بابا की घड़ी आ गई बाबा। अम्मा नहीं, नाना नहीं, अब तुम भी सिधारे। अम्मा नहीं, नाना नहीं, अब तुम भी सिधारे। किस मोड़ पे ले आई हमें जिंदगी बाबा। ज़ैनब यतीमी की घड़ी आ गई बाबा। ज़ैनब यतीमी की घड़ी आ गई बाबा। या अली, या अली,
या अली, या अली, या अली, या अली, या अली, या अली, या
अली,
या अली, या अली।
وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي، 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 وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي. أنا زينب يا أبو زينب أغلى من كل ناسك. أنا زينب يا أبو زينب أغلى من كل ناسك. أشعر بغربة يا حيدر ما حضني إحساسك. أنا زينب يا أبو زينب أغلى من كل ناسك. أشعر بغربة يا حيدر ما حضني إحساسك. الليلة ريحة متشمن من عطر أنفاسك. من عسنها براسي طاحت بويا طبرة راسك. يا بويا صوتي يمك يعتلي، وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي، وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي، وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي. أنا منك وانت مني، وانت جرح مصابي يا علي، ومن نور وجهك الله سوى حجابي. ساهرة بدمعة عذابك بللتها ثيابي. حسبت كل شي وغيابك ما إجاب حسابي. يا قلبي يلي بالهم ابتلي، وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي، وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي، وداعا يا حبيبي يا علي، وداعا
يا حبيبي يا علي، وداعا
يا حبيبي يا علي، وداعا.
أدري قلبك بويا يرفض تمشي وتخليني. عيني ما تغمض حقك لو غبت عن عيني. اخذ عمري ولا تنقلي لازم تودعيني، ضايعة لضيعة أبوها فراقك يأذيني. يا حيدر يا بعد ناسي وهلي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي. مثل زينب ألف طفلة وطفل دم يبجولك، الشمس بيدك رجعتها الموت عجبينولك، واليتامى بالسلامة يا علي يدعولك. قوم وتوضل صلاتك، قوم وامشي بطولك يا غالي، والحزن ما ينجلي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي
وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي. مثل زينب ألف طفلة والطفل دم يبجولك، الشمس بيدك رجعتها الموت عجبينولك، واليتامى بالسلامة يا علي يدعولك. قوم وتوضل صلاتك، قوم وامشي بطولك يا غالي، والحزن ما ينجلي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا.
عمت عيني شلون وجهك غيروا ألوانه، بالدمع خليني أروي شفافك الذبلانة. يا رحيم ارحم بنتك زينب الحيرانة، يا رحيم ارحم بنتك زينب الحيرانة. حلوي عرش الجلالة هدمت أركانه، حلوي عرش الجلالة هدمت أركانه. أخيرا راح أظل بلا ولي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي
وداعا،
يا حبيبي يا علي
وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي. ليلة أحلام البراءة بغيبتك مذبوحة، لابسة ثوب اليتيمة دمعتي المسفوحة. الله يلعن ابن ملجم الله ياخذ روحه، الله يلعن ابن ملجم الله ياخذ روحه. استقبلت عيد الله أذرف دمعتي المجروحة. أويلا ما بقى واحد إلي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، يا حبيبي يا علي وداعا، یا حبیبی یا علی صلوات.
We'll have last Noha inshallah in Urdu, and then we'll have Tabarruk. Ya Ali, Ya Ali,
Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali,
Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali. یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا. آج بابا مر گیا ہے شبر و شبیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا. فاطمہ زہرا کے مرقد سے صدا آنے لگی، فاطمہ زہرا کے مرقد سے صدا آنے لگی، یہ صدا آنے لگی. یہ مصائب رہ گیا تھا کیا میری تقدیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا. یا رسول اللہ یہ جبریل نے رو کر کہا، یا رسول اللہ یہ جبریل نے رو کر کہا، آئے رو کر کہا، ایک حلقہ اور ٹوٹا نور کی زنجیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا. آج بابا مر گیا ہے شبر و شبیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا. کیوں چلائی تیغ حیدر پر بن ملزم بتا، کیوں چلائی تیغ حیدر پر بن ملزم بتا، ہاں بن ملزم بتا، قتل پر آ کر دیا کا گلا تفسیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا شاہ خیبر گیر کا، یہ جنازہ ہے علی کا. باپ کی میت سے زینب کا बार आगे पटना बार बार दिल हिला देता था रोना शाह की हमशीर का ये जनाजा है अली का ये जनाजा है अली का शाह बरगीर का ये जनाजा अली मौला अली मौला अली मौला अली मौला अली मौला अली मौला Brothers and sisters, inshallah we have Urdu Majlis online at 7 p.m. Hujjatul Islam Seyed Bukhari will be addressing that Majlis, inshallah. Then we'll have Maghrib at 8:15 and Amal for the night of Qadr will start at 9:30 p.m. online on channel 1. Amal start at 9:30 p.m. We'll have ziyarat inshallah, and then I request everyone to get back into your cars, drive around from that church side, and then we have tabarruk at the back. So if you can drive around and then pick the tabarruk there, please. Ziyarat. Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah, Assalamu alayka ya Nabi Allah, Assalamu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, Assalamu alayki ya Fatimah al-Zahra Sayyidati Nisa al-Alamin, Assalamu alayki ya Khadijat al-Kubra al-Mu'mineen, السلام عليك يا أبا محمد الحسن بن علي السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعل الله آخر الأهد مني لزيارتكم السلام على الحسين together وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين خصوصا سيدي مولاي أبي الفضل العباس يا ابن أمير المؤمنين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليكم يا تسعة المعصومين من ذرية الحسين السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب الزمان السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن السلام عليك يا إمام إنسي والجان سيدي عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك ورحمة الله وبركاته اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجك. Requesting again to please get back in your cars, drive around from the church across here and then drive around the place and please pick up tabarruk on the ladies side. And I request the volunteers to please help with clean up. We have Majlis at 7 p.m. so we have to quickly wrap up and then get back home and get online for the Majlis. And requesting all the brothers if you can bring the chairs for the chairs and get them inside the center, please. Thank you very much and thank you everyone for coming by and attending the Majlis. May Allah bless you all. May Allah give you the best of Hajat inshallah in this world and hereafter. Allah salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
YouTube खुद ही तोड़ देगा. His quality is really good though.
Brother Taha, if you can help.
निकाल दे.
Yeah, appreciate everyone.